Today, we are climbing into another top 10 countdown. We're going to do the top 10 albums of all time, the records that changed literally everything. So without further ado, let's jump into how this works. So these albums were chosen on certain criteria. Impact is one that I looked at. Did they shift the culture? 2 is innovation. Did they break rules or create new ones? 3 is legacy. Are they still shaping music today? And 4 is craft. Did they elevate the art form and leave it bigger and better? And finally, the 5th and last measure is a sort of mythology. Did they become bigger than the artists themselves? So this is about the albums that built the world that we listen to. So without further ado, let's begin the descent. We're going to start at number 10, guys. Number 10. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Obviously, her name is in the album itself. It was made by Lauryn Hill in 1998. Why does this album land at 10? Lauryn Hill didn't just make an album, she made a manifesto. She changed the game, guys. A fusion of hip-hop, soul, reggae, and gospel that felt both ancient and also futuristic at the same time. It set a new bar for vulnerability, storytelling, and genre blending. No debut album has ever hit this hard. Let's take a look at the impact. Redefined neo-soul and hip-hop. Let's look at the innovations of this album. Emotional transparency and hybrid vocal rap delivery. And also the cultural weight. It created a blueprint for modern R&B. Signature trait, to me, this album feels like a spiritual fire. If you've never listened to Lauryn Hill, she has a beautiful voice. Go out and listen to that album, or at least a song of hers. Without further ado, we begin the climb, though. We climb down from 9 to 5. Let's hit number 9. In case y'all didn't know, I gush over this band all the time. It's Nevermind is the album by Nirvana, 1991. Why it's here. This album didn't just break through, it broke everything. It killed the 80s overnight and dragged alternative rock into mainstream heaven. It's a cultural reset button disguised as a punk-infused grenade. Let's look at the impact that this album had. It created mainstream grunge. Really, before Nirvana and before that album, you never really delved deep into it, and you never really heard grunge on a new level. They made an impact. Innovations, quiet, loud dynamics, and thanks to Kurt Cobain, in my opinion, because one-of-a-kind, unique voice that could literally take you from just an out-loud story, make it soft, and then come back to it. It was amazing. Cultural weight, that album is literally Gen X anthem. A signature trait, to me, this album feels like raw catharsis. It gave you permission to feel things that before the world was like, don't even say anything. You need to lock that inside. Nah, this album made people be like, so I can feel that, and it is okay if I feel that. That is what music is, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I loved about Nirvana. Anywho, we're going to jump down to number 8. Okay, we're at number 8 now. Songs in the Key of Life. In case you don't know who made this, it was Stevie Wonder back in 1976. So why is it here? It's a double album that feels like a universe. Stevie Wonder, at the height of his powers, blending funk, soul, jazz, pop, and social commentary into a masterpiece that feels ahead of its time. Let's look at the impact that album had. It elevated soul to a symphonic scale. Another person that made a huge impact. Innovations, synth layering, harmonic complexity. As you know, 1976 wasn't that far from 80s. We start hitting a lot of synth and electronic tones. Cultural weight, universal influence. Signature trait, this album feels boundless with creativity. To me personally, I've never heard this album. I love Stevie Wonder as an artist, but I've never heard this album, which for me, I have homework on my own right to do. So I'm going to go look this up after this.